So, Galio in 4 minutes. I've been doing pretty nuts in these reveal things. You know, Burb, my YouTube editor, has been doing a good job. I don't know if you guys have seen the YouTube edits, but he's been doing a good job of fixing my mistakes. One thing I'm gonna try today. He's told me every single day for the past like 4 days. He says, "Swim, just don't swear in like while you're doing the reveals, because it just takes time to censor it out for no reason." So I'm just gonna try not to swear, okay? And we're gonna keep me on track together, okay? So like if I accidentally do a bad word when I'm doing the reveals. Because again, keep in mind, it's going to go on YouTube. If I do a bad word, I need you guys to keep me straight, okay? I need you guys... What is it? I need to do like a bad swim, you know? Like bad, no, down swim, down, like that, okay? So we're gonna need... Guys, stop. This isn't helpful. Naughty swim? Yeah. Bad naughty swim, exactly. So we're gonna need that to keep me in check. I hate you guys so much. This is I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. For chat, don't fuck in front of the goddamn children. All right. Gift a sub for every swear word you do. All right, so there is this concept of a swear jar. I am gonna do a swear jar, okay? All right, that's what we'll do. I will gift 5 subs. I will gift 5 subs. What is that, $25 for every time I swear during the reveals? I say $25, but I'm getting like most of that back anyway, because it's my channel. So, you know. Oh, okay, it's time. Here we go. Galio's out. This is it.
Let's get to fighting.
All right.
Hello, my large rock.
Wait a second.
Come on, then. Let's get to fighting.
That Galio would be a 0-8. I saw multiple people in chat saying Galio would be a 0-8 for sure. All right, 7 mana, so up there with Malphite. And of course,
my large rock bird friend.
Oh, look, we can see what Formidable does. We'll allow Galio to effectively be an 8-8, basically.
Smash him to bits.
Come out and play.
Looks like fun. Right. I can take it.
Wait, we've got a dragon Formidable?
I sculpt what others only dream of.
Wait, that's really funny. Whoa. Okay, that card is crazy for this deck.
How long was I out for? I will crush your prince with your broken body, Galio. I'd like to see you try, spooky giant person. I may be made of stone,
Each round,
but
rally.
I'm all heart.
It really is Garen.
You don't mess with Demacia.
Scion is getting out Scioned. That's so stupid.
That was fun. So who's next?
All right. Hog. So this is Galio. We're here on the day, and we're actually getting this Demacia archetype. This is cool. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. This is the first Demacia archetype that I've actually been like legitimately interested in for a long time. Like it's been a hot minute. All right, let's go ahead and check out these new cards. So of course we've got Galio himself. Galio, big guy. When I'm summoned, grant other allies 3 health and on level up. He levels up when on round end your allies have 25 plus total health. So it's kind of like Aurelion Sol, but reversed. It's just about the total health. And of course, he's going to be 8 of that, so you only need 17 more, right? Overall, Galio's body is like pretty good. The fact that he's effectively a 7 mana 8/8 with spell shields, that has an on play effect. Very, very reminiscent of Grandfather Rummel, which is like coming down and giving allies health and having spell shield and a big body, right? And then just dying to Culling Strike. All right, when Galio levels up, the first time an ally takes damage, rallies, which is gonna happen very easily, right? Like you're in Demacia, so you're gonna use single combat or that new strike card, and you're basically going to get these rallies for free, right? It's pretty similar to Garen, where you're just getting a free rally every turn, which is really, really good for Demacia, because that's kind of like the only way they can close out games. And then his champion spell over here, Shield of Durand, is a 3 mana burst, grant an ally +0/+3 at the next round start, grant it +0/+2, and of course, you know, create a Galio in your deck. That's interesting. So it's very similar to a Sunblessed Vigor. Instead of 2 mana for 2 health, it's 3 mana for 3, and it's another +2 next turn, which is ridiculous. This card is nuts. This card will single-handedly save Fiora. You guys have no idea. When Fiora got nerfed to a 3/2, I said exactly at the time, I said, you know what, guys? I'm okay with this nerf, because they're eventually going to add a card that's going to make Fiora insane. This is ridiculous on Fiora. Holy smokes. It's like, this is actually insane. 5 health for 3 mana is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like, this is it. Fiora's back, baby. Oh my god. Dude, wait. This is so good. What? Alright. This is actually like, oh, this is my favorite new reveal. Shield of Durand. Wait. And of course, this is nuts for all the formidable cards. Just like absolutely insane, but I'm so happy to see Fiora having an outlet here. All right, next up we've got Mountain Drake. Mountain Drake, 5 mana, 0/6, and of course its effect is Fury, grants it +2 health instead of +1/+1 because it's formidable. So effectively, it's a 5 mana 6/6 dragon. It is a card that was trying to sort of tie the formidable archetype in with the dragon archetype. It's an epic card. But is this going to be an epic card that actually sees play? Honestly, it's actually not bad. It's better than a lot of the other epic cards we've seen. Like in a formidable archetype, you know, you might just want to run as many formidable cards as possible. This is actually playable. I will say, now that we have a full-on formidable archetype with these like 5 mana dragons and the 7 mana Galio and stuff, and the entire point of the archetype is to just plus healthier units, they don't really run plus attack. If they do, it'll be sharp sight because they're in Demacia. I will say the memes about Culling Strike get really, really nuts. Like Culling Strike as a card, and like Reddit's gonna be saying this, like someone's typing up a Reddit post right now, but like zero irony, Culling Strike as a card, they're right about this, is going to be really, really good. Winter's Breath. Winter's Breath. Oh god. Oh, that's so good. Oh jeez. Oh, that's actually gonna be so funny. Oh god. Yeah, Winter's Breath. Oh god, that's actually so good. Winter's Breath tier 1 card. Yeah, this is actually gonna be the dumbest thing ever. I mean, they actually don't, like, the thing is, they're probably not really gonna have a counter to this. They can't block fearsomes too. Yeah, so this Galio archetype is gonna have a bunch of hilarious just built-in counters. Like fearsomes will just be able to run them over. All right, let's check out Gorlith the Unscalable, a 9-mana 10/10, or sorry, 0/10, dies to Winter's Breath. When I'm summoned, swap my health and your Nexus is... Wait, they actually did it. They actually did it. Oh, I love this so much. Swap my health and your Nexus's health. This is such a good effect. This is such a good effect. I can't be blocked by enemies with less health than me. So basically, if you're really low on health, it will immediately heal you, right? Like your turn 8 against Piltover and Zahn, they tap to 0 mana and threaten an attack. You allow yourself to go down to like 1 health, and then on turn 9, before they can Mystic Shot you, you just play Gorlith the Unscalable and heal back up to 10 at focus speed, basically, right? Like, you know, there's a lot of cute things that can do. Or of course, if you have like 20 Nexus health, then you're basically paying Nexus health for damage, which if you have 20 Nexus health on turn 9, you can usually just pay the Nexus health and get more value out of it anyway, right? Because you don't really need 20 on turn 9. So it's a really cool effect. Like I love concepts like this where you're just able to get like a lot of value swaps. It's tough. I love this card. This is actually a really well designed card. It's like an unblockable 2020. I love this card so much. Wait, that's so cool. This is actually nuts, guys. It's another epic card that's actually solid too. It's got like pseudo elusive. It's better than elusive. It's way better than elusive, guys. The fact that so a big elusive unit would just get blocked by a small elusive unit. Not being able to be blocked by enemies with less health is huge. It's actually gigantic. So it just comes down to like how much Nexus health you're able to preserve. And you're gonna need to be able to build a deck in a way. If you're trying to use this as a win condition, you now have to be thinking throughout the entire game of your Nexus health as an alternate resource, right? Like your Nexus health is gonna have to like, you'll have to play a defense strategy where you can't just tank Nexus health, because sometimes that will just make your win condition go out the window, right? If you're trying to use this as like a Ledro style turn 9 I end the game button, you actually can't afford to lose that much Nexus health. Otherwise, Gorlith on the Unscalable won't be able to win you the game. This is actually one of the most interesting cards that they've ever printed. Like, I love this. This card, wait, yeah. So someone just said in chat, this card makes the archetype 10 times cooler, not gonna lie. I completely agree. Like, this is actually really insane. I love this card. This is so interesting. Like, this card is much more interesting than Galio even. And you can, like, because this card's effect is so powerful, you can build some kind of like cheese stuff about like discounting it, right? Like, it's only ever hitting once, right? So you can use like Oblivious Islander. Okay, this is getting into meme territory, by the way, if that wasn't clear. But like, discounting this card will actually allow for some like meme cheese decks to do funny things, you know? Like, you can cheat it out early. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can cheat this out early with, like, you know, I don't know about Mobilize. Mobilize might be a step too far. Greenglade Lookout. Greenglade Lookout is probably like the least trolly way of cheating it out early. If we had to talk about less trolly things. Targon's Peak. Targon's Peak Demacia, honestly, okay, that sounds bad, but okay, I probably wouldn't do that. But I love Gorlith the Unscalable. I love this card. This is actually really cool. The fact this is the kind of card that I straight up wish Legends of Runeterra had a lot more of. Like, this is the kind of card design that you see a lot in Magic the Gathering and even Hearthstone, right? Like, people give Hearthstone a lot of stuff, but like a lot of their card design, especially for finishers, is actually interesting. And this card forces you to play in a really weird way. And it actually has like a fairly solid ability to end the game because it can't be blocked by most enemies in the entire game, right? So unless they actually have like hard removal, this doesn't get stopped. This card doesn't get stopped by like Frostbite. Like not only is this card's design interesting, like the idea of a big finisher that's unblockable that forces you to keep your health high, but like it also is inherently immune to Frostbite, one of the big counters to an attacking finisher, right? Like that's really, really cool. It's not immune to everything, you can still just vengeance this, but it's just like one less thing you have to worry about as like an all-in combo, which makes all the difference. I know I spent like 3 minutes talking about this card when we even have one card left, but I actually love this card so much. All right, and then the final card we've got here today is Winds of War, a 3-mana slow. This is the one we saw earlier. Heal an ally to full, then that ally and an enemy strike each other. So yeah, no, it heals before the strike, of course, which is unlike the dragon one. Wait, what is that one called? Is that strafing strike? Yeah, strafing strike. Which, you know, usually healing before striking is better because it just opens up your possibilities more, which is nice. This card is sweet. Zero irony. We were talking yesterday about the idea that for the first time in history, we might actually have a non-trolly Soraka deck that is able to escape Tahm Kench, like Soraka Demacia. And Winds of War and just like these full heals could actually be a way to do that. Like people will try Galio Soraka. It's not like my default way to build a Galio deck, but honestly, like with these new cards, I could totally see it. There's so many things that get enabled with these new cards. This is by far, today's reveals are by far my favorite reveals we've had so far. Like this reveal season has been ups and downs, right? Like the Bandle City cards at the start, I was like, not really feeling. I like the attached nonsense, although it might be a little too nonsense, so I'm not that sure how I feel about it. These formidable cards that we saw yesterday and the Galio reveals we're getting today, I'm incredibly hyped for. Now we've got like Shield of Durand can enable Fiora, which hasn't been viable for a very long time. Like this card single-handedly makes it okay that she has 2 base HP, right? Which is something that's never really been doable in the past. Like I'm actually just back to Fiora, baby. You guys have no idea. You guys have no idea. I'm so happy. I missed Fiora so much. Galio's interesting, I guess. I don't even care about Galio at this point. I'm just looking at Shield of Durand. I'm looking at some of the new Bandle City cards that are actually going to be really good in Fiora decks as well. Like they might not have been enough on their own, you know? Bandle City Fiora might have been copium because like Friendship is pretty good in like a Fiora deck. What was the other one? Wait, what was the other one that I was saying is good in a Fiora deck? One of the other, Quick Quell, duh. Yeah, Quick Quell is like really, really good in a Fiora deck. So honestly, maybe I could try Bandle Fiora. It's not impossible. And now that we have Shield of Durand and we have enough reason to actually play a Fiora deck, like I'll try it out. That's really cool, right? Winds of War is a really, really powerful card for this archetype and even pushes Soraka. So we can build it like Soraka style formidable. Like we can even try that. Right? Gorlith the Unscalable is an insanely cool finisher that is something that you can use in a formidable deck, but you can also build a concept that's just trying to stall out for a Gorlith kill. It doesn't even have to be full formidable. Like these cards are so cool. There's so many different ways we can use this just off of today's reveals, right? And yeah, you can build like a full Galio deck, a full formidable deck. There's a lot of cool things. Culling Strike and Reckoning. Oh yeah, no, I will say, it is going to be the season of Culling Strike. This is like really, really funny. Like Winter's Breath. Winter's Breath is now just the new thing. Like, it's hilarious. You guys remember like the meme like, oh God, you know, we can't run LeBlanc, guys. It dies to Mystic Shot, guys. It's no good. Assistant Librarian dies to Mystic Shot. What a bad card. No. The new meme is dies to Winter's Breath. Like, this is the new thing. They print Galio, unplayable, dies to Winter's Breath. Well, I guess he's got Spell Shield. Okay. But like, all these 0 attack cards just lose to Culling Strike and Winter's Breath, which is the funniest thing. At the end of the day, I will say, if we're actually legitimately talking on like a meta level, on a competitive level, people are gonna do the memes with like Winter's Breath and Culling Strike, and they're very funny, and they're not even wrong, because like those cards will actually do well here. But on a like competitive meta balance level, the real way to counter these is almost certainly gonna be Fearsomes. Fearsomes will almost certainly do a much better job at countering Formidable than Culling Strike or Winter's Breath. Just to be clear, if we're really looking to counter that, Fearsomes will be good. And I think Fearsomes will basically just have to make a big comeback off of this. Like, Demacia is going to be very vulnerable to the early aggressive strategies if they just can't really block. And I think that something that is going to be really, really important in formidable deck builds is going to have fearsome blockers. Now we're in Demacia, so we've got like Bright Steel Protector, you know, which is really, really important as like just the quintessential nut card fearsome blocker. But just kind of like a final note, in formidable deck building, they're gonna have to rely on like having more fearsome blockers than that. So maybe they will run something like Durant Protege, who knows? But like, unironically, fearsomes are actually going to be a major threat for this deck. So yeah, super cool. I love today's reveals. What do you guys think? Is there anything, like, chat's been going too fast for me to read it all? Is there anything that I've like missed out in terms of like the combo potential on these new cards, the implications? Are there ways of just getting an insane amount of health and like turbo leveling your Galio or some other Gorlith combos that I've been missing? I feel like these are the kind of cards that there are probably a lot of interesting ways we can use. Hand buff Gorlith. Yeah, like hand buff Gorlith so that he heals your Nexus for more. You can get your Nexus health over 20. All right, so that could be funny. In theory, it might be possible to get your Nexus health higher than 20 if you hand buff your Gorlith, if they allow that to be a thing. I don't know that they would, but even if they do, even if they do allow that, that probably wouldn't be helpful, guys. She who wanders wipes your hands. Wait. That's actually really funny too. She who wanders obliterate all followers with 4 or less power in play and in hands. That's pretty funny. I mean, this card at 10 mana you're not gonna see, but still a good one. Still a good one. And people are saying Destiny's Called Gorlith. Destiny's Called Gorlith is really funny. I mean, you're giving your Gorlith 8 more health, so you're kind of healing your Nexus by 8, and you're giving it 8 attack, which does literally nothing because it has Formidable. Destiny's Called Gorlith is probably the worst thing I've ever heard, but hey, that's funny. Like, god damn it. Damn isn't a swear word, guys. It doesn't count. Anyway, but I will say one final thing in terms of all these new archetypes and all these new interesting ways to build. Now that we see the full formidable package, now that we see, like, you know, how many formidables we have, we've got like Mountain Drake, we're gonna want to keep these units health high. Like, Star Spring is looking good. So like, unironically, in a Soraka deck, you are running, you know, Star Spring. Like, now that we have the healing win condition, which is Winds of War, suddenly Star Spring jumps up, right? If we can just, like, now that we've got Shield of Durand giving like 5 max health for no reason, and we've got Winds of War, which heals an ally to full, suddenly Star Spring, Soraka, Galio is really, really cool. So yeah, 100%. I love this archetype. I normally am not a big fan of Demacia. Demacia is usually kind of boring. At least, you know, from my perspective, that's just me. I mean, I like Pantheon, but Pantheon's not really a Demacian archetype. They just use Demacia, right? If that makes sense. But like, this is actually a really, really, really interesting way to play. There's a lot of different ways to build this, which is personally what I look for in an archetype. Like, there's so many different ways to use these cards in different builds. So I love everything about today, the most of which is that we can play Fiora again for the first time ever, and I can't wait to build around with these cards. I love this so much. All right, so that's it for today's reveals impressions. This is the YouTube outro. Tune in tomorrow for the Gnar cards. I think it's probably Gnar cards, right? Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. All right, that's the end of the YouTube video.